All right. Well, that was fun. Thanks to Pure for being a good sport, answering questions. I'm sure talking about those last couple matches for him, probably not the thing that he wants to do. To quote Brad, it was like healing an open team. That's pretty rough, but hey, on the bright side, we do have Source TV for our next match. We're going to get that posted up and head on in. Of course, guys, we are going to bring you Upper Bracket Round 2, Upper Bracket Finals. It is going to be Team LG, the 4th seed, surprisingly getting past Flow to make it here. And they're going to play Classic Mix-Up, a repeat of last year's finals, which is going to be a lot of fun. DJC, what'd you think of that interview? And sum up the Flow season there. Brad, pretty upset.
Yeah, he said some things, some very quotable lines in there that people are going to be repeating on the forums for a while. But, I mean, honestly, the thing I took away from that is, can you think of another player in TF2 who would lose in that fashion as the number 1 seed and they'd be like, yeah, I'll do an interview? I think Pure is the only one who would really do that, so big props to him for even stepping up to get asked those difficult questions and provide some pretty good answers to them.
Alright, so the Source TV that we were just given is in fact wrong. So I don't know if that means that they need to do the thing or they connect the relay and then the stuff works. But Sal should be on top of it, figure out what's going on. So as soon as we know, we'll be getting in there. But not going to be too much of a downtime between the two games. Sigma, how pumped up are you for the repeat performance of LG or Quantic or the Dashers, whatever you want to call them, versus Mix-Up? It gave us quite a show last season, so maybe, hopefully, they'll be able to reproduce that.
Yeah, last season this was our 2 best-of-3 set LAN finals, so they're going to meet here, and it's possible for them to meet again in the grand finals, so I am excited for this, although, as I was saying earlier, I'm pretty afraid for LG / Quantic, whatever, Tyrone's team, as they come into this match here, because I think Mix-Up is just playing a little bit better than the other teams at this LAN right now.
Okay, well they are readying up right now in this game, so hopefully we'll get the right STV as soon as possible. Sal ducked out. A final answer to a question I don't think was on the interview, but Brad says yes, he is going to go drink with Carnage. So look out, Dallas.
Look out. Older women of Dallas, specifically.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers the old LAN video.
Hunting, I guess, I don't know. So I guess ESEA is the one who needs to put the TV up, but it is correct. They're looking into it, so maybe we get another patented no video play-by-play of us looking at stats and assuming things and stuff, but I hope that it just comes up. But anyway, I didn't say the maps yet. Do we know the maps? For sure, I saw them, but I forgot them already.
Tyrone messaged me them, and I'm scrolling up to find them now. Warmfront and then Badlands with a Gullywash tiebreaker.
Why is Gullywash always in the 3? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's just set that Process was the tiebreaker for the first round, blah blah blah, Gullywash for this round, whatever round this is. And Tyrone did give me the final words he said to me after I wished him good luck. He said, "Don't trip," so I'm not going to trip this cast, Eva. That's my goal.
Good, I hope you don't trip, because that would be weird to cast alongside a guy who's constantly tripping.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I just want to point out, by the way, you guys are awesome. We have we're hovering around 2K viewers right now, which is a lot more than the other streams, and we don't have video. So you guys are basically the best for staying and sticking in through all the troubles.
STV's live.
It is live, so we are finally in. Hopefully Duder gets in there, we can get going. Is the game itself live?
I don't think so. Still listed as warm-up on the ESEA page. That's good for us.
So it is Warmfront, which is not good news. Sigma, I can feel the anger bubbling up there. But why don't we head to you first, Sigma, for your prediction? And I'm going to ask Justin White, my inside source here, for who's actually going to win.
Alright, well, he's going to be for sure 100% right, but I'm going to be brave and throw my prediction out there. I think Mix-Up will take this map. LG, supposedly, I mean, Banny's very good on this map, but they did lose it against Flow, and then like I was talking about in the pregame a little bit, Mix-Up seems to be the stronger team this LAN, so both teams haven't been playing for a little while. They've both had a good couple hours, and I saw a few people out in the LG server warming up before this game, so a little bit of warm-up in there. but I do think it will be Mix-Up's map, and I'm going to set it at 5-2-3.
Okay, DJC, go ahead.
I'm worried because if Sigma is saying that, I feel like the opposite is going to be true, as has been true so far today. On a gut feeling, I'm going to say that Platinum just continues his streak of dominance, and Moose and Enigma are honestly playing pretty well at the end there too. I'm going to say it's a 5-4, and I really hope it's not an hour-long 5-4 that ends up in Mix-Up's hand.
Yeah, if we spend more than 20 minutes pushing last, I'm going to bang my head against the corner of my desk until I concuss myself. We do have a prediction from Greg. So, Greg, what do you think, bud?
I'm going to go with the LG guys, I think, but 5-4 as well. Very close after watching, Plat, Enigma, and Moose play so well. But I think Clockwork, Sizer, and Banny will play just as well. And it's going to be really close and down to the wire for that last round.
Alright, streamers, what do you think? I've seen a couple predictions. Mix-Up 5-0, says somebody. I don't think so, but, I mean, they've been playing pretty well. Alright, we do have everybody in here ready to go. Getting a lot of LG, too, so it's still up in the air between both who people think are going to win. For me, I haven't gotten a for-sure result from Justin. These are the nuggets of knowledge he's given us. Whoever's winning at half wins. If Plat is on fire, Mix-Up wins. So that doesn't help me. I think Plat will be on fire, and I do think Mix-Up will win. I'll give a score of 5-3. Remember, guys, one thing to watch out for is how Platinum plays against Banny. It's kind of a running joke with the invite players, or I guess not even a joke, just how they play. When you play against LG, you focus Banny. If you kill Banny, you win the fight. And a lot of people kind of think that we give him, too much praise for being so good, but it's really how other teams play against him. You'll see Platinum basically jump with the only priority being to kill Banny. So, DJC, I will throw the ball to you for this middle. We'll see how Platinum decides to play Banny here if he gets on top of him right away.
Well, right now, I'm sure Platinum, all the thoughts going through his head is how can I get to Banny most effectively, and now Banny's going Cliff as Platinum equalizes his little heart into middle here. The other demo is going Cliff as well, that would be Smecca. Looks like Mix-Up want to push through main here. LG doing a little early bomb onto the other side from DaveAC. DaveAC on the roof now. Quick bomb here from DaveAC. KBK, while out of position, gets taken out instantly by DaveAC. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Clockwork and Size are just going to do everything, combining for 3 kills. Enigma on 1 health, trying to use that incredible movement to get away, but that's a full wipe for Mix-Up, and, well, I regret my prediction instantaneously, even though Shade did go down.
Shade was the only red casualty, so LG, the great mid-fight right here. Banny does a lot. 0 points after that, did get the cap for 2, but just a ton of damage, controlling that fight the whole time. So I'll try to refrain from full-time Banny love, but it's tough when he wins fights for the team like that. So we are here pushing 2. Another map, just like Granary, where if you win mid convincingly, the second point's going to go down right away, so that was the case. And Sigma now, we're standing here, both medics trying to get Uber. Shade a bit behind, but it looks like LG is going to be the first to try this daunting task of pushing last.
Yeah, and Mix-Up's not going to make it easier for them at all. They have NG, Heavy, and Sniper, so they're pulling out the trifecta of off-classing last holds. So they're just going to look to get a really nice defense against LG, then we'll see those people flipping back onto Scout and Soldier if they manage to get an opportunity to push out. Before this push happens, I do want to go back to that mid there, and I have to say that was really brilliantly planned out by LG, because I didn't see where Sizer was, but Clockwork actually just hid, like, in the yard to there too. He just made sure nobody could see him from mid and just waited until the bomb came, and then he came in. Nobody looked at him. He got a couple kills. Now Clockwork gonna run into last and just land a 2-shot onto Smecca's face, and that should be good enough for LG to push. I mean, he was probably suiciding to a sniper, but hey, demo down. That makes it really easy to get in, and that's what LG's gonna do.
They are able to take the gun down. Tyrone, being a super baller, dropping the gun with the shot, and Platinum is going to go down. It's actually a big push. Banny able to drop 2 Platinum and Moose. KBK goes down. No medic. Heavy last to go. Wow, they push last. Make it look easy. No problem. Only Tyrone dies, and that's 1-0 LG. DJC, LG made it look pretty simple. Clockwork walked in, sniped the demo, no sticks. They got in nice and easy.
Would just like to point out that DaveAC had a crazy just entire round there. He made a great pick on the medic at the start of the round. picked a soldier and medic pushing last. Big round from him. I'll be interested to see if KBK tries that same positioning on mid. He kind of hugged the wall, gave DrShdwPuppet a little too much free damage. Both demos going on Cliff once again. Little soldier aggression on the point here from Lansky, just getting some spam off. DrShdwPuppet not going for the super quick bomb this time. We do see the bomb coming off from Platinum, gets good damage onto Tyrone. Tyrone and Platinum trade with each other, but KBK goes down instantly to Sizer there. And that's another wipe mix-up. And they're happening so fast, it feels like nothing's even really causing them. Like, I really don't understand what's going on here. Sigma, can you clue me in, man?
It just seems like LG is really utilizing Dave very well in these mids, because every time I flip to his perspective on all of these mids they've played on Warmfront so far this LAN, all I see is him on the roof shooting rockets at people that aren't looking at him. I almost said shooting people at rockets. That's how good he is. He's throwing the enemy team into his own rocket launcher and blowing them up. So yeah, that's huge. And with Shade living that mid, LG pushing last here with full Uber advantage, they're just going to go in, scout Uber, taking a ton of damage down onto Mix-Up right away.
This play worked out so well for them in their last regular season match against Flow. Ubering those scouts in. They did a pretty good job, though. KBK did stay alive. He's at 70%. Still Sticky's up. Smacka is trying to fight, but no! The Sticky's didn't dead in time to kill the scout, but Smacka with 2. Not quite enough. But maybe for a second, Smacka was going to clutch that beyond all clutches, but too many LG members in the way, and that's 2-0 now. LG, DJC, LG looking great.
Gonna point out a statistic here that just shows you how much DrShdwPuppet is doing. He's got 6 kills and he hasn't died yet.
Wow.
That's pretty rare for roamers. So after watching Blaze's LAN MVP performance against Flow, I guess we're gonna see DrShdwPuppet do the same. Once again, both demos doing Cliff here. I feel like Mixup needs to change a little something up at the least. There is Lansky getting aggressive on the right side of the point. DrShdwPuppet playing on the roof once again. Looks like DrShdwPuppet's going for the late bomb here. Tyrone gets in quickly here. Platinum counter jumping in. DrShdwPuppet's late bomb comes in, but the medic goes down to Clockwork before DrShdwPuppet is even in. DrShdwPuppet now denying Smacka entry to the fight, but Platinum is meanwhile going huge, takes on Clockwork and DrShdwPuppet. It's actually going Mix-Up's way for the first time. Shade is at 100 health and gets taken down by the cleanup crew. I believe that was a 4 kill for Platinum there, taking down Clockwork, Dave, Banny, and Shade. A big middle out of the pocket soldier for Mix-Up.
Yeah, that's going to show up on Shade's stats as an Uber charge drop. He did get that saw off, which pushed him all the way up to Uber, but dropped it before he could pop it, but not his fault there. Anyway, we are at 2. Looks like Mix-Up's trying to get in, but nice sprawling aggression there from Red, stopping them from capping the point. Going to allow them to get set up here. Looking at the Uber, it's about a 10% advantage in KBK's. The blue medic there for Mix-Up has a tiny advantage, but probably not going to see much pushed off of it here. But KBK goes down to a Banny pipe.
Ran directly into a pipe. Banny threw a pipe at the little left side of the ramp, and KBK just mindlessly walked into it. Not sure if he saw it at all, but we do see Clockwork getting aggressive on the cliff right now, backing up to his medic to heal and pause.
Wow, okay. Sigma, did you see that pipe? I thought maybe he got roller juggled or something. I've never seen in a stalemate like that just someone walk out and pipe someone from that far away. I mean...
Yeah, I wasn't watching KBK's side of it. I was watching Banny's side of it, which was unfortunate, because all I saw was him shoot the pipe, like, randomly into yard and then walk away, and it's like, oh, medic's dead.
KBK just kind of walked forward, didn't notice the pipe coming, and ate it. We do see Platinum trying to get aggressive here in the middle. He gets taken down by Sizer, though. DrShdwPuppet also going down. Tyrone and Banny down the entire heavy class set for Leviathan Gaming is down. It's just Shade and Sizer right now. They have Uber, and he dropped Sizer!
Oh, no.
That is a far too recurring theme this LAN, is players getting dropped with Uber, and the scout is even in to deny Shade his exit path here. Shade is kind of sitting over that tunnel.
Oh, he's going to try to get out.
He's going to get to last?
Again, they're going to let him get out, but I mean, KBK with that pipe drop, well, it wasn't a drop, but pipe death, it's only at 25%, so it's not the end of the world. They definitely needed to kill Shade there. I guess they were feeling like humanitarians. They didn't want to murder someone, that defenseless German medic. They said, nah, just go back to last. You'll be fine. We'll get you later. But as we stand here, Sigma, LG's turn to try to defend last. They don't seem to have more than only Sizer running sniper, no heavy, so they're electing to go for more of a standard defense with Clockwork building Uber.
Yeah, let me just find where Sizer's positioned here. I would assume it's the spawn door, so he can just take a shot and back up, and that's what he's doing. So he's just going to try to get the early force with the threat of a headshot or body shot even onto the medic with that full charge. And looks like Shade's going to get Uber, so good chance for them to defend here, but the scouts from Mix-Up just running all over the place, and they force the pop and kill Tyrone. This is just 2 scouts coming in? Are you kidding me? And what? He's still alive? Okay. So that was a big scout play from LG here, and maybe a bit belatedly, here comes the combo from Mix-Up, but it's a full Uber against nothing. Numbers on the side of LG, but they've got presence on point. They've plat set up their stickies coming down, and there's the cap. Wow.
Wow, I gotta say, there were a lot of missed shots there from Clockwork, and Paul got one headshot there, but really, if he had that second scout running around, or a heavy or something to shoot those scouts away, that wouldn't have been as much of a disaster. But wow, both Moose and Enigma, those blue scouts were just running around free as birds, doing a lot there, as that really started the whole push. And now we sit at 2-1 in favor of LG, but Mix-Up gets a round back here. And now we're at mid number 4. LG getting a little trapped in on the left there, slow for their right side coming in, but both teams are going to take over their right side and fight over this house. Baney goes down first to Platinum, and DeBest and Enigma, Moose able to get 2 onto Clockwork and Enigma. This is LG's mid, they need, or not LG's mid, they need to get out, so this is Mix-Up's mid, and Shade is going to go down as well. Enigma, I think with 3 there, is going to turn it over, and right back at you around. Only Lansky goes down for Mix-Up. Starting to look a lot better here, DJC, as they have their medic up and maybe running a quick round here.
Yeah, Tyrone took a lot of early damage there. He had to actually rocket jump away from Cliff, and at that point, Dave AC just tried to pursue the medic, and there were 2 soldiers out of the fight for Leviathan. It meant everything kind of crumbled around them, and KD came in a nice start, but the Ubers pop very early here into the right. Enigma getting the bulk of this. They do take down Tyrone. There's a heavy up that is sized, and the soldier jumps the heavy, gets launched into the ceiling. Dave AC tries to go in on Smack, and it's taken down by some feet stickies. KVK pressuring the point right here. Oh, Smack is going to get free stickies on the point for the second round in a row, but they won't even come into play as LG can't even get to the point to block that, and Mix-Up tie it up at 2-2 right now.
Yeah, great 2 rounds there in a row for Mix-Up. Right back at you. It looked like it was going to be a roll. I think half Mix-Up was on 0 points after the second round. But now we're evened up here. Both teams are kind of throwing and giving punches here, taking punches, I should say. So here we are, 2-2, mid number 5. Banny was the first to die there. Platinum got nice and aggressive on him, so we're going to see if that happens again. Both sides here, LG is electing to go left, which is going to be right into the blue side, and big aggression by Platinum, again with a double. Sizer and Clockwork able to turn 2 here. Believe Red's got this. A full wipe, or here, only Shade is still alive here, so another huge mid-round. Sigma, it's not really playing like we're used to seeing Warmfront. Both teams selling out at middle, either a big win or a full loss. So
yeah, this
no
is
stalemating.
Too fast. And I gotta say that LG did that delayed scout play again, with both scouts waiting for a buff before they committed to mid. I'm not sure if they've been doing that every round. I saw it on both the mids they won, though, happened to be the mids I was paying attention to the scouts, so maybe somebody can point out my error on that. But LG in a great position. It makes up bringing the off classes. They got heavy sniper. They don't have time for a gun now, and they know it. So LG just waiting for their spawns to get back, and then the push is going to come in fast.
Thought maybe they're wasting too much time here, but Tyrone does catch up to his team, and we're ready to push in. Here goes those Uber Scouts, just doing so much. Platinum gets chopped down already. These Scouts haven't done quite enough, as the medic is still alive, KVK, though he finally goes down to Tyrone. Did I say they weren't doing enough? Great work done by the whole team. Look at that surgical push. 6 alive.
Died.
The amount of damage that Clockwork did there is insane. He hit 2 meat shots on the inertial soldier, instantly switches targets as Sizer cleans up Platinum, hit him for probably another 100, and then got that extra kill in the end. That was huge by Clockwork, and some great timing there by Sizer to get in and get those kills, get those frags in.
That double Ubered Scout is so strong versus non-Uber. I don't think it would work nearly as well to force if both teams have it, but man, Sigma, when you push 2 Scouts in and the other team can't really do anything about it, it is tough to deal with, as we've seen from LG.
Yeah, that's for sure. It really clears the door for your team, because of course everybody has to use their spam to try to juggle those scouts off of their medic, or like jump away from them or something, and that also opens up the door for your heavy classes to just run in here. But we're already live in the second half, both teams not wasting any time and readying up right away, so let's see what happens on this mid.
Yeah, mid fight here, 3-2 now in favor of LG. Switching colors here is Smacka and Size are going to be the first to drop there. No demo, big loss though. Dave is going to go down. 4-on-4 action here. Tyrone goes down. Platinum with an air shot onto Clockwork. Big big shot by Platinum. He's gonna win him this mid-fight. Shade has Uber, basically. He's at 95. Banny is with him, so they got out of dodge quick, DJC. But Platinum Shadow tears his shirt down the middle like Hulk Hogan, says, not today, LG.
You know, we expect Platinum to go huge. He walks in the middle, the first person he sees is a scout, and he just instantly airshot Sizer and pulls with a shotty to finish him off. Like it's no big deal, and decides to airshot Clockwork later.
He's kind of good, I've heard, at TF2.
Kinda good.
What we're set up for right now is a Uber versus Uber defensive 2, LG. They have their full team up and are staging that defense. We generally see this. KBK is in the exact same place that he got double piped somehow, so he's going to want to avoid that, Sigma, but kind of a weird place to fight here, as Enigma does end up going down in that fight. Not sure why a scout's trying to win a spam fight there, but he's going to go down, and I don't think LG is going to try to push out here. It's a tough point to push out of, Sigma.
Well, see, that play from Enigma makes a lot of sense because it's entirely planned. They spam a lot, they throw one scout into the face. If a rocket gets missed, then he lands 20 shots on
heavy
Tyrone.
too. Yeah, he's sacked to go heavy.
Then he's dead, and like even if they pushed it, he could have just come back as scout or heavy and, you know, stop the push. So that's what that play came from, and now they're going to probably opt for kind of an Uber exchange into delay heavy attack on 2, I guess.
Yeah,
is what's happening here.
Enigma's actually climbing the roof on middle right now.
Sizer went back to spawn and switched to heavy as well, so LG is clearly pretty keen to what's up. I wonder if they heard that call or if they were just used to this kind of thing.
Apparently they are playing back-to-back. We did get word from our on-the-scenes guy Sal that KBK was calling for Enigma to go heavy and get up on the roof. So who knows if they... I would imagine they can maybe make it out amongst Banny and Tyrone's frantic comms here.
Alright, we're going to see how the heavy plays out. Platinum does go down right away, but they do pop that Uber. KBK is chilling
this is
back.
designed, yeah, they're sitting with Enigma on the roof on middle.
So, what's going to happen here is these guys are going to try to jump the point, and Enigma's going to get an Uber. I don't know how much they want to commit to this, if they want to try to just pop and get out, but here they go, they pushed him off the roof. But he's just going to Uber here. Okay, we're going to see how this works out. Enigma's heavy. He's got Banny in his sights. Here comes the jumping soldier, just gets pushed back like a double hand shove to the chest. Enigma's absorbing just billions of points of damage here, still alive. Wow, the heavy bait, very strong. Banny goes down, but Blue's got a heavy. Sizer goes down, Tyrone goes down, and they're folding like a house of cards here. KBK is doing fine. Clockwork goes down. Only Shade remained. A moment of brilliance there. Sigma from Mix Up the baiting heavy. He stayed alive, and they killed everybody that tried to kill him. Unbelievable.
Yeah, a 3-man suicide into we have a heavy, you can't push us, grrr. So...
It feels like if the Uber is pumped that early on the heavy and LG have 6 people up, it feels like Enigma should die at some point, but he just kind of sat there and he even had the leisure to switch targets and start shooting other people. It's a very poor focus firing coming out there from Leviathan Gaming.
Alright, so we're tied up now 3-3. Just a replay of what we saw last LAN. These both teams giving us fast-paced, really fun TF2 to watch. So hopefully they keep it up here as we go into mid-fight number 7. A crucial one here, as team definitely wants to get that 4th round here. Quick bomb going off here by Platinum again. He is all over Shade, and he's been able to drop him down. Still anyone's mid-fight, though. Lansky is going to go down. KBK gets dropped down.
Lansky actually just got double airshot by Banny there. It's just
really
2 scouts versus Dave AC. He got kind of double piped in the foot and stomach region. Very nice from Banny.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win that when both soldiers were on roof, but looking, those 2 scouts, as I watch it clean up on the stream there, just able to do a ton. They're great scout play continuing here from Enigma and Moose as they continue to push Mix Up along here in this round. It's going to be pretty even here on 2, though, Sigma, but pretty tenuous last couple rounds here. Let's see what Mix Up pulls out of the bag here. They're going to go back to that baited heavy. I don't know if that'll work again.
Yeah, honestly, that kind of play... It's really amazing to pull it out as a surprise, because I kind of feel, especially since we heard it from on-site that KBK called it, that they just thought it up right there and did it. So LG couldn't have really prepared for that, but the counter is that you just play crazy aggressive, so their suicide can't get in the doors, and even if they force you, you're that much quicker, because if they had been on mid, say, 5 seconds faster, then they would have won it easy, because mix-up spawns wouldn't have been there, but since they got forced at the back of their 2, that's why it was so effective. And LG kind of just staying back here, so that suicide could work from this position. They're LG playing pretty passive in general, just not really wanting to spam exchange in the yard.
Yeah, I mean, the theory of pushing in, losing guys, popping, but getting back and you respawners in time. Enigma's trying to go in now.
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
They're doing it again. He went super aggressive on Enigma. It's the same play.
Okay, so chain of events, once Enigma's set up, you'll see a triple suicide, and then they'll fall back to the heavy and see if it works. But LG, they were there for it too. They know it's coming, DJC, so I don't know if it's going to work again.
Yeah, I can't imagine this working again. There's no way they're actually going to be like, oh, well, he did the exact same thing. Why don't we do the exact same thing and not focus fire a heavy? If Mix-Up wanted to do the triple suicide, LG should be able to punish them very badly for this. I feel like they have to do something different, do Mix-Up here. Maybe instead of having the heavy just sit on the roof, but he's not actually going for the roof. It looks like he's pushing forward a little bit, but he's just rotating around. Watching a heavy run around mid on a stalemate map is just a great time. I honestly hope and pray that LG don't fall for this again. I will be very upset if it happens a second time.
Well, it looks like we're going to start buffing up the mix-up players here on the right. They're going to try to get in for this triple suicide, so maybe even a quadra suicide. I don't know, but if it's going to work out as well as it did last time, I mean, it won them the round easily, so here we go. Looks like the buffs are coming in. We do have Lansky. He is in pretty deep at this point, but he's going to get spotted out here by the scout.
Oh, I just thought they were going plat. Yeah, they are going. There's a scout in on point. Lots of pressure on Shade. He's took 50 damage, but it looks like they're calling it off after Moose dies, and they don't manage to get onto Shade there. So tough situation for wow, LG. But again, it's so hard to push on a scout kill, especially when there's a heavy to slow everything down. So Mix-Up has the leisure to try the same play if they want to.
Yeah, it's one of those, it's like pushing last, you know, you try to suicide in until it works. There's really nothing that's going to, that's going to prevent them from doing that. They don't really need to push, it's tied up. I just hope that it's not like a rinse and repeat of that over and over again, because it might get a little boring. We've avoided the boredom so far on this map, which tends to produce some. So hopefully we keep on that track. Don't want to see too much stalemating, but here we go! The Platinum Bomb is into two. He's going crazy, and he got blown up. Lansky's trying to get in. He's not going to be able to do it. Shade does finally pop. Moose was the third one in, so here we go. They're going to run out here. They got to get on their horses, do blue, and get back to middle here, but look at what's positioning. They're just, it's like a troll right here, like, haha, what you gonna do, idiot? And he's just gonna take Tyrone and shove him all the way back to the ground with the heavy, but they do pop. And LG hasn't committed this time, DJC. They're gonna back out, so the play, LG playing it right here, and now they're gonna try to trap Enigma and the rest of the team without Uber with a 30-point advantage.
But Clockwork getting a little too over-aggressive, or perhaps his team just not supporting him well enough, and we do see that that is the cue for Mix-Up to go here. Lansky jumps on the cliff trying to get aggressive there. LG are forced back into their base. Everyone for Mix-Up is moving right now. Platinum moving into that shutter door on the right side. The combo for LG is still trapped up on that platform, and there's really not a lot there to deny Mix-Up's entry. And in fact, Enigma is sneaking into the point right now at a full 450 health. He's behind. He takes down Banny.
Wow.
Stealth heavy play.
The sneaky heavy, it's so scary when you turn the corner and the full buff heavy is like about to spin up behind you. You're like, oh my god, what do I do? And Banny saw that and realized there's nothing you can do. You're just gonna die. So Enigma is down. There might be a chance to get into middle here. Clockwork is testing it up top right. But he's gonna back off here, so 5 minutes left in this round. Remember, guys, we need to see a point capped in the next 5 minutes, either LG's 2 or Mix-Up's 3, or else we're gonna have the dreaded time to 0. It might be a little early to start talking about Sigma, but the way this is going, it's pretty stale-matey.
Yeah, the first half was quick. That was like 5 rounds in 15 minutes or something like that, but now it's really slowing down here, and Mix-Up showing some interesting strategical approaches to these pushes, and I think Quantic, LG, just not reacting properly.
They did end up leapfrogging enough to get in. They do pop, though, in a weird place. Does Mix-Up. They're able to get in with that Uber, but Shade able to pop his just in time to save his team. Great flashing going on there by the blue medic Shade. As Sizer is going to trade with Moose, Platinum goes down to Dave, and I think LG's going to have a door to get in here. KBK and company are back at 2. Not a big, great defense set up here. We'll see if LG's able to get in. Lansing's going to go down. A lot of fighting going on the left side there. Enigma not able to turn the kill onto Tyrone, and here we go, DJC. Looks like a recapture, so not time limit running out, but finally some back and forth action here.
Yeah, it's nice to not see the heavy sitting on top of that little slant of the roof back on middle for a change. LG are getting into the normal position here. They know that despite their small Uber advantage, it's not big enough for them to actually push out. And we're in the position where the heavy play could actually come back, and I really hope not. But it looks like Mixup are actually playing pretty standard right now. They just want to build and get their Uber up right here.
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes. So both teams are going to have it. Shade has it a little early, but like we said earlier, really hard to push out of this point on Warmfront. You're better off trying to wipe or do a significant chunk of damage to the team and then pushing back to middle. Just like usual, we're seeing a lot of the fighting and the spam fight going on between that top right defensive area. As my phone's going to ring again. Go ahead.
I think we was trying to go in there. If he suicides and goes heavy here, I might actually break into Tears live on the stream. But they do take down Tyrone here. The Uber not pop for either side yet. KBK actually does pop with a slightly worse Uber than LG here. Shade flashing a bit. Smack and Enigma actually go down in this fight here. A little bit of poor multi-Ubering there to let the demo die, but Dyonysus goes down on the flank. Some huge scalp pressure. There is a player behind. That is Lansky getting aggressive. And a little bit of lag there as Lansky pushes the combo back out, getting in deep on that right side, Sigma.
Yeah, and that was kind of just another aspect to the play that Mixup can do there. They were aggressive with the scouts, which got Tyrone off his buff, and then Platt went in and 2 really nice directs onto Tyrone to finish the job, and that's what made that push so well. I mean, despite the fact that Mixup popped first and then had to flash a bit, having the pocket down is pretty much a guaranteed good Uber for your team, regardless of what happens after that.
Yeah, we're on the defense now. Sorry for my phone ringing, my hilariously weird song that it plays when it rings, but it's done now. We have a sniper for blue. It is Sizer. Straight 2 scout, 2 soldier lineup going for mix-up. We'll see if they want to switch something out. Moose has gone in, I believe. Did Enigma get in behind them too? Yeah, Enigma's in as well, so they're trying that double scout play, but that's not going to get anything done. Although Dade is going to get sticky trapped down by Smack, kind of even it out here. Not sure if Blue's going to want to go, but looks like they do. Tyrone is in kind of deep, though. They're in this middle area. They don't want to go. They're like, should we go? Should we go back? Let's just go back. I'm scared. Because there's an Uber behind us. Holy crap. Wow. The red combo snuck in the opposite door, and they're going to pop.
Moose is running to last right now from the opposite side. Nobody has seen him yet. Nobody's even near the point. He gets on it, and the sticky step, and he's too deep on the point, and Moose caps the point.
Oh my.
According to Michael from the LAN, after Moose capped, he yelled, "The best!" Because he is the best.
Wow. Okay.
His awkward nerd story at LAN, but the best nerd story.
And when you stand up in front of, 20 other nerds and scream you're the best nerd, I don't know if you win, but great play by Moose, heads up play. I think he shot one sticky off and got to the back before Banny dead. Capping right in front of the other team. It's just so gutsy. Love it. All right, here we go. 4-3 now in favor of Mix-Up. Mid-fight number 8 here. All sorts of soldier aggression. Both soldiers kind of passing each other in the air, but Platinum gets the best of his bomb, dropping Shade. And 3 are going to go down.
Clockwork onto the medic. Clockwork did that delay again. He hid behind that rock, ran in, 2-shot Smack, and then got onto the medic to pick him.
Not going to be enough, though, as LG are going to lose their entire team. Not an all loss. KBK did go down, but they're fully wiped still. Platinum is all over, too. It looks like Sigma, after that mid-fight, Mix-Up's going to have a chance to push last to win this first map.
Yeah, and they've shown a lot of control in their pushes so far with those suicides into heavy play. They haven't lost a round after they've had mid, I believe, in this set. So Mix-Up playing really well. LG is going to show themselves on 2 because KBK's death is apparently 10 years long. He's just now spawning from mid, so LG is going to use their buffs to take 2 back, kind of slowing down Mix-Up's chances to win this round, and actually a really big Uber advantage for...
KBK suicided. That's what I'm reading in my console, and I saw the kill notice pop up.
Did he pull a bend? Did he walk out of spawn and then decide to go crits or something and kill himself to the delight of everyone?
I would imagine so.
I mean, that's going to key off the team to push. I mean, obviously, him being down, they're going to move in here. Tyrone does go down, though. Platinum able to drop him, so whatever advantage they have right now, they're going to have to force it in here. They're on the point now with Banny and the combo. KBK not quite with Uber, 100% for Shade. They're going to be able to turn middle at least, and no popping here. Great play for LG, able to sneak in just enough. And they're going to be able to push this really quick. KBK at 90. No, he's definitely going to be able to get that in time to defend with his Uber, but a 2-point swing there for LG, running it back there. A big mistake, Sigma, for KBK.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's a config problem, because there's literally no reason not to set the CVAR where you don't suicide if you change class when you're out of spawn. Like,
according to our people on the scene, KBK says there's a spot in the respawn where if you change class there, you just don't change class, you die. Instead, there is another spot like that on Snake Waters somewhere. So it's a known problem. We are going to see the Uber exchange coming in here. LG getting deep up right now, but they're actually going to back Tyron up a little. Bait the Uber out from Platinum. Platinum trying to push here. Does force actually making some multing happening. This might actually even the Uber out for Mix-Up here. Very close here. Banny's extended forward. He does take down Moose. Smacker goes down to Dyonysus on the flank, but there's the heavy weapons man from Enigma on the point. Just posted up, but Banny has position here.
Platinum. Platinum is still behind him in middle. Completely destroyed Tyrone. He gets dropped down now, but he got juggled, did Tyrone, trying to kill him. Platinum had about 180 more health, or 180 less health, and was able to turn a frag. Here we go, though. Pushing 2. We do have that Enigma heavy up, so to the rage of the blue sides, like a heavy again. God, as they are able to cap 2, trying to even this up at 4-4 here on Warmfront DJC. Looking at the Uber, KBK has a slight advantage, but definitely not enough to push. LG's looking to push in here, but they don't have any extra weird classes. They don't have a sniper or auxiliary classes, pick classes. There you go, pick classes, we'll say that. So look for them to suicide possibly, maybe Sizer to go sniper maybe.
Clockwork is in deep on the left side right now, trying to make that play while suiciding, but Moose and Enigma combined to take him down. I'd imagine he's going to come up on Sniper to try and deal with that heavy in somewhere. There are some pretty nice sniper angles here, but Enigma's getting really aggressive up on the right now. He's onto Tyrone, forces him back at least, but is forced to back up himself.
Yeah, so some stalemating out here. We haven't really gotten into depth about just how hard this point is to push. We have in previous casts. It's just so brutal. Sigma, do you want to sort of talk about just how awful it is? What makes this point so hard to push?
Well, you have the chokes. I mean, it's really easy to spam those doors that we see LG trying to poke their heads out of right now. And then the point is super far away from everything, and the entire point itself is basically a bowl that points into the place you cap, so it's easy to shoot people on point, and there's also a lot of room for the defending team to kite their Uber around after they force you on the door. So that's what makes it so tough, and that's why we're seeing these not fully committed pushes a lot when we're on last year. Like, we're seeing scout suicides and off-classing and stuff like that, just because committing and using your Uber 6v6 on this point is an almost guaranteed failure.
Yeah, well, we're going to see how they elect to push. They're trying to get Clockwork open to make a shot here. He's got some scoped up looks, but they're just really low percentage, hard shots to hit. He's fully charged here and ready to go, so if you're Mix-Up, you're probably not liking this position so much, kind of just waiting for Clockwork to kill one of you, but he's going to go down before he's able to do it. So nice spam. The heavy peeked him just at the right time, DJC. We're going to drop Clockwork, and maybe we'll see a Mix-Up counter push. It looks like Platinum's thinking about it here.
Oh my god.
KBK! Banny with the sticky trap drop at the worst possible time. I don't know how that's happening. Wow, and here they go. They're going to Uber in. Does LG. They've got all sorts of low guys all around the point. They're going to get cleaned up. Smack It does spawn. He's got 1 point. Enigma with 2 onto Banny and Sizer. Smack It tries to make something happen at the very end, but he gets dropped down. Banny and the trap that stole the Uber again. Just the kid pulls out plays randomly. You just don't expect it, and just takes the Uber away.
And the
I
really
don't
sad
even know
thing,
how he set that trap without them noticing.
What was it?
But it was like in the first overhang to like the door. Like normally you'd see it on the other side of the door out to 2, but it was on one of the overhangs before it somehow. So wow.
Clockwork doing yet another delayed middle, gonna sit behind that rock on the left side, see what happens with that here. But the soldier does jump, Lansky spots him. The rest of the mix-up combo is just fighting on the point. He tries to get aggressive, but is shut down. Tyrone jumps onto the point here, takes down Enigma. Big pick there, but Tyrone will go down. The bomb coming in from Lansky onto the medic demo here, but he's spammed back onto the point. Dyonysus in pretty good position right now. I don't think he's spotted, but he's on 10 health now. Platinum will be taken down. Shade goes down to Smack in there. KBK at 99% and pops it, in fact. 3v4 right now. The Uber is getting some work done. Banny gets taken down, and Sizer's down, but I'm looking for that sneaky Clockwork right now. He's been playing really well on these middle. He's actually on KBK in yard right now. Takes him down with a 4-shot. Big Clockwork, and he's going to fight the soldier. Cannot earn the 150 health meat shot there, unfortunately, with his pistol.
Tyrone's thinking about coming back in that middle here. They don't want to give it up. They know their medic is going to be in quicker, but Tyrone is going to fail jump into trees. Oh, man. He's going to have to get out of there. Oh, clench it up. He's going to be able to sneak out just in time. So they're going to have a small advantage. KBK just spawning. He might have to forward spawn and kill himself again. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But, man, what a close mid-fight, Sigma. Both teams, I think all members were in the red there and just peeking around those walls of the house, barely living through shots, and in the end it was KBK's Uber that won him the mid.
Yeah. So that does it. Now we're back into an LG defense on 2. Let's see if Mixup gets a chance to redeem themselves here from losing their medic to a spawn hole or something like that in a previous round. And Lansky on Spy now, so gotta get the Spy camera and see what he's up to. Just cloaking up at mid still, so we've got a little bit before this develops.
Oh man, we always like to follow the Spy around. Lansky I've seen in scrims of the last week pull out a pretty awful Spy. But it seems like the right time, DJC, for the Spy play just to randomly work and for you to kill both. We saw Harblue earlier do a crazy, well, didn't see it, but it did happen in the TF2 game. It just, we were already out of the TV.
Yeah, this is the position where it would work best. Maybe not so well now that Enigma's down. I mean, they're not going to push off of the Enigma death, but if Lansky gets spotted here, could prove pretty poor for Mixup. He's just going to sit in that corner and wait. This is the #1 key to being a good Spy, patience. He recloaks and is trying to loop around now.
He
bumped into that scout. Does Sizer realize he's not shooting anywhere? Lansky actually retreats out to yard here.
Well, he is kind of in no man's land at this point. Yeah, they're going to catch him out here. They know he's a Spy. They're going to drop him down. Not really worth the Spy cam, as we're just going to kind of play the dum-dum. It's a good effort, but no. Not Mackie level land Spy antics that we've seen for so long. Miss it, honestly. We're not going to see Dave with the random Spy sniper play that we grew to love.
Yeah, it wasn't spectacularly bad either. He kind of just walked around and then got caught eventually. It wasn't
Carnage
a massive
Season
Carnage
9
fail. Yeah.
Very true. Well, we're still stalemating out. Interestingly enough, we've seen a lot of stalemates at this second point. DJC, generally, people say this is their favorite part of the map to fight in, but I still find it a little stalemate-y. I don't know, but what do you think about this? How do you attack if you're LG? It looks like they're, or I'm sorry, if you're Mixup, looks like they're going to try to push right.
Well, with Smeka being on 3 points right now, he's obviously not playing that well. Pretty much,
did he get disconnected or something? I was going to ask
him. He did not. He's just been here the entire time. So if your demo is doing basically nothing in a fight, it becomes even harder to push. You pretty much have to give Smeka free damage, and I'm not really sure what the way you do that is. I think maybe like the best play is to get someone in deep, try and see if you can get a flank going, distract them, and then push in here. I mean, the demo is so key to overtaking this top. And speaking of that deep pick, Moose going huge on Dave AC right now, staying alive. Sizer chases him down. That should have been Mixup's opportunity to push, but they're just going to back up and reset here. And you see the problem here is that this is a stalemate point, but it would not be nearly this bad if it weren't 4-4 right now. Both teams know that a single tiny mistake here can blow up into a giant mound, but Platinum is getting really aggressive. Uber is popped onto Platinum here. He's getting good damage, makes them multi a bit, and he's going to retreat out main, tries to get some shotgun done on Clockwork there, but can't finish him off.
Yeah, when Platinum goes down there, push over, man. It's like their version of Banny. You can't really win without him, so they're going to back up here, try to get out. KBK's in a ton of trouble, but wow, he's just going to wind walk away there, just surf damage. Okay, finally going to get chopped up by Banny there at the end of the fight. Looked for a moment like KBK was going to pull a ridiculous escape out of Houdini act, but he, in fact, will not. And Tyrone with 2 on top left. Just caught him standing next to each other. Smacka still at 3 points. That is really far behind. When your demo is 13 points behind the next lowest player in the server, it's not good, DJC.
Really, really not good. You do see LG starting the cap here. Mixup know they can't contest with players down, and they're a good 60% behind on Uber. 50% actually, my bad. My mistake there. So I'd expect the quick LG push. You do see the double scout Uber coming in on the far right here, but there's a heavy they're going to greet. Gonna multi a lot. Sizer actually gets taken down by that Lansky. A fair enough trade.
Clock is still in on the medic though. He might be able to drop him. He's gotten some decent damage done. He's electing to go back. KBK does end up going down. Clockwork is still in, but oh, the Platinum meat shot with the soldier shotgun. Tyrone is going to be the last to go. Promising looking push, but Sigma, once they dropped Sizer, it just one scout isn't enough damage in a full Uber to do enough, and just wasn't enough there as Sizer dropped early.
Yeah, and I think their decision to kind of park their scout medic behind point there was not the best. I think they could have dropped Sizer and then maybe had the medic bail rather than committing so far, but Mixup gets their 2 back. It's pretty even Ubers, and with Sizer's going to spawn back and be in this fight in no time, so it's on LG again to push, and Sizer going heavy. Are they taking a page out of Mixup's book, perhaps?
Well, DJC, you've gotten your wish. You wanted to see another heavy try to jump onto the roof at mid. Let's see if Sizer can do it for you, bud.
I don't think that Sizer is going to try and get on the roof here. I think he's just going to play a more normal position on the ground. But he's going to go. He's not doing the Enigma, though. Enigma sits on the other side of the roof, and Sizer just kind of falls off a little sadly there. A little too much weight applied to the left side.
How dare you?
This is take 2.
A little love push from Clockwork. Just get out of here, you fatty. Well, we're set up here now. Tension-filled moments. There's something about these two teams when they play. It's even in the regular season. I think they had a 5-4 matchup too. So they just are. They play close matches. They scrim. It's close and good. It's these two teams, man. There's something about it. Just a rivalry that we saw last year continuing on here. But we are stalemated here. The Heavy is leading the charge here, so Sizer wants to carry the team on his Russian back and just propel them into this room. There's a ton of spam, just greeting them in the face, Sigma. And they're going to try their luck moving around here, but they cannot find a way in. And it's got to be kind of frustrating to try to push in to win here, and they just can't get in anywhere.
Yeah, they have some really nice spam damage on Mixup right now. I mean, nobody buffed on Mixup, just now Platinum getting his buff back. So if they're going to go, now's the time. Their health is a lot better, and they're starting to edge in with this Heavy, but Uber popped on the Heavy. Uber popped as well on Plat. I think maybe they could have milked it a bit more on Mixup there. Heavies can't really chase you, per se, but looks like Mixup just wants to take the fight out into Yard with Plat chaining rockets onto that Heavy, but Dave manages to pick off Lansky, some roamer-on-roamer action there, and Mixup backs up and resets, so now LG's turn to move forward once again.
I don't know how more people didn't die there. All sorts of damage. Paul, the Russian Heavy, took about 420 damage during that, and the rest of the team just sort of barely made it out. But that's the advantage of having a Heavy. It's like a tank, like we're playing Dota or something. Just tanks damage. Here we are pushing 2. Platinum is going to go down along with the Heavy, so Paul finally goes down, but it's such a task to kill the Heavy. It kind of leaves everybody a little short on life in rockets, but Lansky's got enough left to drop a double onto both Tyrone and Dave, and that's going to slam the door shut on this push, and they're going to have to back out. Though Clockwork with a nice advance onto Lansky, and he's going to get back nice and clean, and they're going to try to hold this area. Clockwork again onto Moose, so Clockwork with 2 big frags here in transition, DJC. They're going to try to make it in here 2 down.
Yeah, and I have to think the time is going to start playing an issue. We were at about 10 minutes when this round started, and it feels like it's been about 30 so far. Enigma will go down to the scout combination of LG on that Uber here, Benny getting the rest of it. There's a soldier trying to get really, really aggressive here onto Banny, but Banny's putting out a ton of stickies. KBK and Smacka go down. Shade is taken down on the fight, but there's 5 down for Mixup. It's just Moose up right now, and he's backing up to last.
Paul is on last as well. I don't know how Moose is going to possibly stop this. He's going to... Banny's able to save Paul's life, and there it is. GG, what a game. 5-4 in favor of LG as we are done with map number 1. Another classic game between these two teams. And LG wins. Sigma, impressions, reactions.
Mixup has to be kicking themselves, or KBK has to be kicking himself after killing himself in the spawn. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, maybe there's... Obviously there is a hole in the spawn that caused that to happen, but if you have the CVAR set to not kill yourself when you're out of spawn, then that can't possibly happen to you, and there's really no reason for anybody to not have that CVAR set at any time. So that's bad for them, because it's safe to say they would have won if not for that, because they had an advantaged position. They had the 4. They would have had Uber advantage if KBK hadn't taken that double death there, but that's what happened. It's free medic kill, and LG was able to bring it back, take the 4th round from that, and then finish the game. So see if Mixup can just shrug that out of their systems and, you know, play as well in the second map, because I thought they were good to win that, and then disaster strikes.